Hello everyone. Hi, today I am in Newton Ards town and I am at the Ards Flying Club today. Sorry, my thumbs are in the road there. If you can see behind me, we have some aircrafts that are sitting, and yeah, away in the distance there is Scarborough Tower as well. So maybe we might be fortunate enough to see an aircraft lift off in the background. That would be lovely. And yes, I was talking to a lovely gentleman today, and he was trying to explain to me some of the stuff and information regarding aircrafts and keeping yourself safe on the airplane. And I was just thinking about this whole idea of the ultimate altitude. And every time, every aircraft has to start off on the ground, and I suppose that's a bit like what I'm trying to get round to is a bit like us in our lives, how we all come into this world the same way, we all start with the same thing, and we're all on that ground level. Nobody's any different. Doesn't matter the colour of your skin or your background, we're all the same, especially in God's eyes. And I was just thinking about this whole idea of altitude. And I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about it, but I know a little bit more now. I certainly know that whenever an aircraft is taking off, it needs room and it needs space. I mean, it's not going to take off in the back garden because that's not going to have enough space for it to be. It needs a runway and it needs some space to clear. And I was just thinking, in relation to our lives, I wonder, are there things in our lives that sometimes we need to just clear away? I wonder, are there attitudes that is causing us not to climb up to the altitude? I wonder, are there things that hold us back? I wonder, is there so much stuff that is around our ability to fly and to take off? And I just think, we have to challenge the way we think and challenge our attitude. And certainly with this whole idea of flying higher and altitude, I'm going to be going much deeper with this in my next talk. I'm going to be talking about some mountains and maybe some mountains that need to move and mountains in community that are there, and not necessarily a bad thing, but something that we can observe and see where we fit into that picture. So this aircraft, it's going to need room to move. It's going to need room. And I was thinking about, Jabez in the Bible and how he prayed, Lord, enlarge my territory. I wonder how small your thinking is. I wonder how small my thinking is. Sometimes we can think narrow mindedly. If this is our way, this is the way we do things, but it's not necessarily right. And sometimes I remember a prayer that I once prayed that someone had suggested to me, Lord, break old wrong mindsets, that maybe we have believed for years and they're not necessarily right. So if you're breaking old wrong mindsets, that's not a bad thing to do, because then that makes room for new thinking and to create space in your life. And I wonder how many things is crushing around in your life, things that are in your life that's causing you not to take off the ground. And once that aeroplane takes off, it is protected with equipment on board that's going to protect, because as you go up and up into the air above sea level, um, you know, as you go up into that different altitude, you're reaching a different level, a different height, and it's going to affect you. And if you don't have the proper equipment on board, then you're going to struggle and it could actually cause massive damage. And even the guy at the airport was explaining to me about how there's this little sphere ball thing that even when you're up in the clouds, that this sphere will keep you right and it will keep you balanced, so that if you follow the guidelines of the equipment that's on board, that it will keep you at a stable level. Sometimes, I was saying, well, what happens if you sort of go off that level? Say you find yourself going off a little bit on the aircraft as you are the pilot. And he was saying, well, that has the potential for you to spiral down. And I was thinking too about, this whole idea of how life is like a climb. Thinking of, I was listening to Miley Cyrus' song this morning, you know, it's about the climb. And there are strategies and plans and ways to climb. For instance, if we travel in the aircraft and we go up over 10,000 feet or whatever it was he said, um, that is the safe area for us to fly. If we go up too quick, or if we go off course, then that's going to cause a wee bit of danger and spiraling. But there is this potential. I mean, you can sit on the ground and think, yay, I'm in the airplane, check me out. But that airplane was made to fly. That airplane was never made to just sit in the yard and never fly. And what I would like to suggest to you today is that you were meant to fly. Maybe there are things you need to just clear out of the way. Pray to God and say, Lord, enlarge my territory, enlarge my thinking, enlarge and correct my way of thinking. Help me to have that attitude for altitude so that I will be able to not just sit in the aircraft of life, but to actually take off. And I think that's what God is wanting to do in each of our lives. He's wanting us to position ourselves to get everything around us that we need cleared away. That will make room for what we do need so that whenever the takeoff comes, we will be ready to zoom. So I'm going to be exploring this a little bit deeper back home and have a little more think about it. And I hope that you will join me. Because I know that God has wonderful plans for us to prosper us and to set us higher. I was thinking too about, when your head's in the clouds, and I looked up the dictionary definition of what does it mean for to have your head in the clouds. It's sort of like daydreaming and not totally clued into what's going on around you. And I think we're in a season where God is saying, I want you to get clued in to what is going on around you and get ready, get ready, because things are about to take off in your life. So I'm very excited about that. And I just hope that you join me later on. And don't forget to share this video with a friend and to subscribe. That's the little red words just down below where it says subscribe. It's totally free. It will not cost you anything. It just means that it just helps me to expand this YouTube channel and that more people will be able to get reached. So like, share, subscribe, and if you want to leave me a little comment in the section below, you can do that. And I'd also like to thank Graham. Big shout out to Big G from FM 105, who always brings me here for lunch. We usually have a big fry. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.